Tynecastle was intriguing at the weekend. Hearts and Motherwell could be battling it out this season to be taking the Old Firm out of the equation, best of the rest. Here's how it went with Jonathan Sutherland.
It wasn't that long ago Hearts couldn't score goals, but they weren't that bad at keeping them out. It's totally flipped around this season though. Kevin Kyle with a header over the bar, David Templeton with the cross. Hearts more familiar with the route to goal, but there's big problems at the back. How about this for skill? Keith Lasley with a back flick and Jamie Murphy with a shot off the post for Motherwell. And the Hearts defence would be under pressure again soon after. Some skill from John Sutton and Murphy again trying his luck. Marion Kello touching the ball round the post. Hearts did have a decent shout for a penalty. Suso Santana with the pass and Callum Elliott going down under challenge from Stephen Craigan. The young striker couldn't believe referee Mike Tumulty wasn't for awarding a penalty. Clumsy from Craigan, the Motherwell captain perhaps a tad lucky. The Hearts defence was again without Marius Zaliukas, and the Tynecastle defence continued to look far from assured in the second half. Jamie Murphy allowed plenty of space before forcing Kello into another save. Motherwell winger Chris Humphrey had become a dad the previous day, and there was certainly a spring in his step. In the 58th minute, his cross found Nick Blackman, who finished expertly to put Motherwell 1-0 up. A great finish from the striker on loan from Blackburn, and this wouldn't be the last time Humphrey would terrorise Hearts stand-in left-back Egert Jonsson. Motherwell were getting so much space around the Hearts box it was frankly ridiculous. Kello, the busiest man in Gorgie, saving first from Lasley and touching the follow-up from Sutton over the bar. By the end of the game, Egert Jonsson would be sick of the sight of Chris Humphrey's blue boots. The pacey winger just too quick for the Icelandic international, and John Sutton will never score an easier goal. Motherwell 2-0 up. A Hearts horror show in terms of defending. Serious work is required from Jim Jeffries. And it was almost 3-0 before the end. Blackman hitting the post and Kello shouting himself hoarse at his Hearts defenders. 2-0 the final score.
Motherwell fans were worried about losing Jim O'Brien in the summer. He was such a big player for them last season. 21-year-old Chris Humphrey looks handy, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, probably some of the away games he's probably more prominent because, you know, they'll be hitting the counter-attack. He's very pacey, great skill. That's a great finish too. I think we've got to give a lot of credit to Blackman for that finish. It's absolutely superb from him to take it like that. But, you know, you can just see all the problems he's causing here. And, you know, Sutton just has a tap in, but he gets himself in the right position. This is other examples here of Humphreys in other games this season, just how dangerous he is. As you say, you know, O'Brien did a very good job for them, but he's really come through as a player, Humphreys. And, you know, Craig Brown's got Motherwell going. He and Archie Knox have done a fantastic job there. You see the ability that Humphreys has got, and
to pick a pass.
If we could only just find out a Scottish granny, that would help, you know.
But I mean, I think he'd be the first to admit he's got a lot to learn. He's raw, but he's pacey, isn't he?
Yeah, tremendous pace. You know, raw is also exciting at times, and that's what he's bringing to the Motherwell team. That sort of excitement. He can create things. He created 2 opportunities there for the 2 goals, and Motherwell, you know, 3rd spot in the league, and it's a terrific run they're having at the moment. I think they've won the 3 away games so far.
That's right. Hearts lost 3rd place to Motherwell. Struggling defensively, aren't they? They lost Lee Wallace, injured, Marius Zaliukas unavailable to them at the moment. They were both in Jim Jeffries' first choice back 4 at the start of the season. It's difficult. Yeah,
I think they're definitely without players, there's no doubt about that. I mean, they brought Rudy Scatcho back, but I think that Jim Jeffries was also trying to get defenders in. I think he realised his shot of that. You know, they've not been scoring a lot of goals, either Hearts. You know, they're just trying to develop the player. They brought in, obviously, Kevin Kyle and got him playing up alongside the Elliott, which is good. The other Elliott's out, I think, injured at the moment too, but they need to really strengthen at the back, or else they're going to find it difficult to get the points they're looking for.